1, 2, 3, 4.
Tonight you're liming in the panyard, and when you lime in the panyard is when the band gets a course and go through the music. The band is presently one of the winners of last year's competition and for the last 2 years, so we're kind of defending our title a little bit. What you're hearing in the background is when we rehearse, and the lines have to be perfect and the sound has to be good. So right now we're taking it easy and we're just grooving. But when the band really comes up to speed, the music is jamming. So you get that excitement. And we're looking forward to this. On Friday, as you know, we are going into competition. So tonight, that's what we're doing. We're rehearsing, and you're hearing the coursing and the little rhythm in the background, just taking it easy,
We're reliving the experience, what would happen in Trinidad perhaps in the 50s and the 60s, when people get together, open air, listen to steel band music, and it's called liming, like being in the limelight.
As Pan Fantasy is rehearsing in hopes for a three-peat in this year's Pan Alive competition, it's really more about keeping the Trinidad culture alive here in Toronto.
Well, first of all, the name of the competition is called Pan Alive. We are keeping Pan alive in Toronto, and that we take that very seriously, because I know for Pan Fantasy Steel Band, we are 27 years old, and we started out, the group started out with a group of young people who saw a need to keep the music going year round, and it was part of our culture. We kept the music alive. We've kept it alive in this band for 27 years. Now we have the offsprings of our offsprings, in the bands. So I think it is very important outside of Trinidad to also keep that culture. And I think we keep it very close to our heart because we love the music. This is part of us. This is who we are. So celebrating it, even at this time of the year, around Carnival time, is important, but we do it year round. So we keep Pan alive in Toronto.
Trinidad has brought a gift to the world in music. We have invented the only musical instrument in the world in the last 100 years. In the last century, steel band's the only musical invention. So it's important for us to share this wherever we go in the world.
If I win tonight, I think I'll be the first person to win 4 times in a row, which is a cool little fact that I really just found out like a couple of weeks ago. I was like, oh really? Oh my God, this is so cool, right? So hopefully, I don't know. I think we might do it. I think we might.
And Joella and her team, Carnival Nation, swept the competition, winning both the King and the Queen, happening now 4 years in a row.
I'm very proud. I'm very proud of the guys. I'm proud of my team. We worked hard for the last week, and everything came together the final night, and we did it.
I can't believe it. I'm actually really, really, really surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, now I've done it. I've done it all, So I'm pretty honored right now, yeah.
Joella is a firstborn Canadian. Her family, though, is from St. Vincent. We caught up with her before the show to talk about bringing her Caribbean culture alive in Toronto.
Honestly, when I first started competing, all I was thinking about was winning. And after winning so many times now, I think I sort of have gotten really traditional about it and really cultural about it. So, it's such an honor to be able to compete and to take part in my culture here in Toronto. We're so lucky we have the festival because that's how we connect back to our parents. That's what they brought to us, and this is what we get to do here. Like, we're so lucky to have it. So it really is an honor to be able to be a part of it and see it grow over the years.
Awesome, over the top, so happy, so satisfied with this one in particular.
And Shane Reedmungle takes the King crown home.
It actually is amazing to see the actual output of your vision, and it's exactly what I wanted when we started this 6 weeks ago, so it's fantastic.
Shane's been creating Carnival costumes since he was 13 years old, but he says it's not all about the costumes. He says as a masquerader, to win, you really have to tell a story by performing and bringing the costume to life.
Yes, so especially this year, I had the ability to move his hands, and he had a lot of material, so it's all about the movement this year. Because if you think about Cuban culture, and when you hear the drums, it's all about dance and movement and just excitement. So that's what we wanted to do.
Toronto's Caribbean Carnival has been happening for nearly 50 years. And one man, Trinidad native Pan Man Pat, has been a part of each and every one.
The Toronto Caribbean Carnival started as Caravana in 1967. I played in the first one, and I'm going to be involved in this one as well.
Pan Man Pat is truly a fun man, and he's been instrumental in keeping the Trinidad music and culture alive in Toronto.
I'm a mentor to a lot of these musicians, and I'm very instrumental in bringing steel band to Toronto, Ontario, and to Canada at large. Luckily, I became a teacher, and I was able to bring steel band as a credit course in the school curriculum with the Toronto District School Board. Many of my students from in the 80s and the 90s and so on are here. Al Foster is the arranger. I've had him from grade 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. So it's nice to see my students perpetuating the culture that I love so much.
Leanne Charles is part of the Pan Fantasy Steel Band, and she's been playing for more than 2 decades thanks to Pan Man Pat.
He's the main influence. He's the one that basically started me in Pan. Before I played violin, and I liked it, but he's the one that introduced me to Pan, taught me about all the different instruments, and from there, it's been 20 years strong.
What's he like as a teacher?
Funny guy.
Cool.
Funny and cool, yeah. Like you said
my
earlier.
kids.
Exactly. We're like his kids. He would always come in with love, and you know, it was always a good class. It was the best class.
They were as interested back then as they are now, and I'm so happy because they made my job easy. They took the load off.
Pan Man Pat has been around the community for a generation. In the community, we look up to him as a mentor, and for what he has brought to the music industry in Canada, also as an educator, a mentor, and also a person that we look up to. And I say he's influenced a lot of us, and we thank him for that journey that he has. He's now doing the Calypso thing a little bit, as most of us this year heard that he's doing a song about Pan Fantasy Steel Band. Amazing, amazing work. And I want to take my hat off to him today and say thank you for all the hard work he has done.
And it was that performance that got Pan Fantasy a win at the 12th annual Pan Alive Steel Pan competition.
I sing Pan, you say fantasy. Pan, fantasy. Pan, fantasy. When I say Pan, you say fantasy. Pan, fantasy. Pan, fantasy. That's what we think. And tonight I just want to say thank you. Thank you to every one of the band members that came out and did an excellent job. To all the bands out there, I just say thank you. And I think the band is just totally ecstatic tonight. And as you can see, the hard work has paid off, and they came first again. This is a three-peat.
It's not a foregone conclusion. It's something that we always have to feel that we have to earn. I mean, the results could go any way, and you just never know. You just have to always do your best and stick to what you know, and hope for the best.
For the Ontario Steel Pan Association, this event is the flagship event during Toronto's Caribbean Carnival.
They practice year-round and very hard for this. Some of them have been practicing since January for this show, and it's a big prestige to win the best steel band.
As you can hear, all of these 13 bands sounded fantastic. So these 3 judges here had a big job ahead of them. They judged based on a number of criteria. In fact, one of them came all the way from Trinidad for this competition.
Some of the bands are very close, and I'm glad that there's more than one judge. The standard of the music in Toronto is almost as if it's back home. Quite a few of the arrangers come down, some of the arrangers from Trinidad come up, so it's keeping the culture alive.
12-year-old Kai Roberts with Afro Pan Steel Band came in 2nd place, and he is just one of the youths that hopes to keep the Trinidad and Tobago culture alive through the steel pan.
It was exciting.
How long have you been playing the steel pan?
This steel pan about a month, but I've been playing at school. My grandfather and both my uncles are We're in it.
The older players are getting old and they will fade off, and the younger ones will have to carry it on, you know, so this is what it's all about.
Jab Jab Juve, an all-night party into the early morning hours, a concept taken straight from the Caribbean islands of Grenada and Trinidad.
This is good called Jab Jab Juve. It's a Grenada main festival, but in every other Caribbean country, that's what we do, something called Juve. It looks like this.
So we're going to get it started right now. Once again, pick up all the tools.
Now she's decorated a little bit. Now, is that fun?
Yes, it is.
Explain to me why this is fun.
God, this is our culture. It's what we do to have fun for Carnival.
Make some noise!
My job is to hype things up, get everyone dirty, get everyone going, everyone messy, like me, you know?
There's music, paint, water, even motor oil.
Like back home, we play with paint, oil, everything, powder, mud, everything, you know? And it's just fun, having fun. It's one day of having fun.
There we go.
Why not, you know?
It's the soca music.
All right, have fun, Peter. So clearly, Jab Jab Juve is an awesome, fun, wild time for the audience here. But the performers tell me that they're having just as much fun.
We got drinks and we got sip, just walking up.
Jab Jab Juve, the place is crazy. Crazy. And those of you who is home, listening, looking at this video, man, you guys missed something. You guys missed something big. It's epic. We are Jab Jab Juve. I'm about to go on stage soon and set it up. It's like being here right now. It's like nothing in your life. It's an experience whereby it's like evolution. You understand? And for you to miss it, you can't miss this party. Every year you gotta be here enjoying. The energy is so high. The level is so high. You gotta be here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thousands of people turned out for the Fire Fete, a party featuring several Caribbean performers, specifically that popular soca dance music.
Soca music. It's here, it's ready to be shared with the world, and we're here in Toronto, Canada, not only just for Carnival, because it's not only really just about one festival, it's about a movement, it's about a music that spreads happiness, love, peace, culture, so many positive vibrations, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to share all of that with the world.
For the performers, the Fire Fete is one of the premier parties during the Caribbean Carnival festivities.
It's a pleasure to perform for such big crowd here, and it was fantastic.
Canada Carnival, it's one of the better festivals outside of Trinidad and Tobago Carnival.
And it's the crowd at Fire Fete that makes it all so much fun.
You don't just see Caribbean people when you go to a fete in Canada. You see everybody from all different walks of life, from all different cultures and all different nations. It's awesome.
You already cannot explain because it's the only place that I ever see so many people so close and everybody can get their hand out with a flag in it and wave it and jump up. and nobody hit nobody, no elbow, nobody fighting nobody, nobody hit somebody.
The culture is already here, people already pumped, people know your songs, people know where you're from, you know, they did their research, and as Jay can tell you, I mean, the crowd is so energetic that you feel like you're in Trinidad. We look forward every year to Caribana. It's one of the premier festivals in North America, and it's one where, you know, you get the full energy, pageantry, and the true essence of the carnival.
The Grand Parade is the showcase of Toronto's Caribbean Carnival, and for those taking part, it's a spectacular experience.
Today is a beautiful day. We're gonna have a good time. Soca music playing, everybody loving the people, we're sharing the love. It's gonna be a nice night.
The best feeling in the world.
It's amazing. It's really amazing.
It's amazing. There's a lot of energy, a lot of, you know, the crowd's really good. People enjoy the costumes.
People come from all over the world to watch this parade that's become a major international event, with masqueraders in colorful costumes and steel pan bands winding their way down the parade route. It's all bringing the Caribbean to life along the streets of Toronto.
It's the best thing that ever happened to me, honestly. I love soca music ever since I was a little kid, so it's amazing.
It's like a feeling that you can't explain. It's mad, laughter, fun, enjoyment, freedom.
It's great. There's so many different cultures here. It's great that we actually celebrate it. It's exciting. It's love, like I said, just to be free and dance and have a good time.
Toronto is a great place because there's a lot of different cultures, and they have a lot of different parades during the year. This is one of the biggest ones, and everybody comes out and has a good time.
I'm Matson in Toronto, and you're watching One Caribbean.